Welcome back to my series Uber driver tips and Lyft driver tips, where I give you Uber tips and Lyft tips to help you make more money, get higher ratings, and overall have a way better time driving for Lyft and driving for Uber. This is an interesting one that's probably the most random on this entire series, and that is vlogging. Now I know at first you're like, wait, you're talking about like vlog as in like YouTube videos? What does that have anything to do with Uber and Lyft? In case you don't know, there are an insane amount of searches every day on both Google, YouTube, and other search engines for things about Lyft and Uber. And especially when it comes down to videos about Uber and Lyft. I mean, hey, I have this entire channel dedicated to Uber and Lyft. And in case you didn't know as well, the ads that go on Uber and Lyft videos are very high paying. This could be a whole other subject for a whole other video, but 1,000 views on YouTube are not created equal. There's a lot of myths, like for every 1,000 views you get X amount of dollars, or for every 1,000,000 views you get this amount. Not the case. For some niches, you get maybe $4 for every 1,000 views. For other ones, it's higher. It really depends on the niche itself. When it comes to Uber and Lyft, and I'm not exaggerating, I get on this exact channel around $15 or $16 for every 1,000 views. If you look at other channels, like some of my other ones, because I have 9 different YouTube channels, in case you didn't know, on some of the other channels, I maybe get $3 or $4 for every 1,000 views. So when it comes to Uber and Lyft content, 1, it's very popular, and 2, it's very high paying. And my biggest suggestion for every driver out there is start a YouTube channel, and I'm not exaggerating, just vlog. Every day, maybe say, hey, you know what? Here's how things went today. Here's how much money I made. I had this one passenger who did X, Y, and Z. Here was a funny story from driving last night on Friday night, etc., etc. I know drivers who I suggested to do this, and they started doing it. They started making videos about what it was like being a driver, and they contacted me saying, hey, Mark, I'm now actually making like a good amount from this YouTube channel just talking about Uber and Lyft stories than I am from driving. If anything, it's now becoming a comparable income. When I started driving in 2015, I started making a lot of Uber and Lyft videos. I was one of the first, and this is again years ago on a different channel, but I was one of the first Uber and Lyft YouTubers, and I was a little lucky. I will say that. I was kind of lucky where I was at the right place, the right time. No one really had made any videos about Uber and Lyft yet. I started making a bunch, and those YouTube videos about Uber and Lyft started paying more than me driving. And then I was like, wait a minute, why not just keep making a lot more videos in addition to driving? And then it got to the point where I started making pretty much all my money from YouTube because I fell in love with making videos, and then the rest is history. I'll definitely do a video in the future going more in depth about this, but I want to put this as a pro tip because it's a great way to make side cash. And like I said, it doesn't have to be this crazy production. I film all these videos with my iPhone. All you need to do, honestly, if I was in your shoes, is you need to get done with a bunch of rides, maybe just sit in your car, because I think the car environment is really good for like a cinematic viewpoint, right? Because you're talking about Uber and Lyft. Have your phone set up and just be like, hey, so on this video of Uber vlog number 37, I picked up this guy, he went here, this was like, and all you have to do is just explain what happened that day. And you may be thinking, well, Mark, no one's really gonna watch me just talk about what my rides were like. Yes, they will. I promise you, yes, they will. And I think this is honestly one of the most underrated niches on YouTube that not a lot of people have made content about. Like on this channel, I prefer making videos that are more educational, right? I give you tips about how to make more money. I talk about the Uber and Lyft requirements. I talk about rideshare insurance, right? More educational knowledge about ride sharing. However, there's a whole other aspect when it comes to entertainment videos about funny stories, weird things that happened, you know, showing your income statements and everything. That's a big thing. And by making these kind of videos, you can get a lot of money from them, and they can be a lot of fun to make as well. Again, as weird as it sounds, coming from a very like left field perspective, because it may seem super random, making vlog videos about Uber and Lyft, how things are going when it comes to driving, dealing with passengers, and a lot more is a great way to make a lot of money.